Chapter 954. Wilbur's current physical power was already terrifying enough. Runes appeared around his right hand as he reached out towards the thin sword. 3 explosions sounded through the air at the same time as 3 screw bullets shot out toward the men holding the sword. One of Eileen's twin swords shot a ray of brilliant light into the air, destroying the thundercloud, while the other sword shot at the fleeing elder. Zeke and Chester both went on the offensive toward the lady and Baz. Yet soon they realized that their spiritual energy would mysteriously disappear as soon as they got close to the lady. Amidst their shock, they shifted their focus to Baz instead. Wilbur would be able to take down that lady on his own without any problem. A fierce battle broke out once again. Wilbur grabbed the lady's thin sword using his terrifying energy. A terrifying wave of energy radiated over, making the lady's expression shift. It was only through this interaction that the lady finally realized just how terrifying Wilbur's power was. She let out a cry, and the thin sword lit up with a terrifying silver glow before she stabbed it in Wilbur's direction once more. This was an explosion of the lady's own spirit energy, which was pretty powerful as well. Under these circumstances, the thin sword would be able to pierce through her opponent's body the second their spirit was disrupted. However, Wilbur's pure spirit energy was all the more powerful. His right hand lit up with silver flames as he cried out and twisted his wrist. With how powerful he was, any weapon would be crushed to dust. Yet to his surprise, the thin sword was not damaged in the slightest. Wilbur was caught off guard, and the lady took the opportunity to slide the sword along Wilbur's hand to his chest. This attack was one Wilbur had not expected at all. The tip of the sword reached his chest, threatening to pierce his heart at any moment. Wilbur let out an explosive cry, turning around and dodging the attack at what seemed like an impossible speed, leaping over next to the lady. "You're not getting out of this one," Wilbur cried out, launching a fist at the side of the lady's body. An overwhelming energy burst through the air, letting out a deafening hum. The lady was shocked and moved to the side at top speed while stabbing at Wilbur's neck. Wilbur merely smirked. His punch turned into a grab, holding the thin sword while he threw another punch at the lady with his left fist. The lady had no choice but to retreat, or she would have to receive the blow which she could not afford to. Over on the rest of the battle, the man with the sword was forced to stop in his escape because of the 3 screw bullets. Despite the fact that he had destroyed one of the bullets and avoided the other 2, he was forced to stay in place, waiting for the enemy to appear. It was hard for one to use their powers or evade while they were in the air, and the man had to deflect the attacks coming from a weapon that could actually threaten a sanctuary-level cultivator's life. On another end, Eileen had rendered the elder unable to fight back with just 2 attacks, giving him no choice but to retreat with all his might while trying to get closer to the lady. Chester and Zeke pounced at Baz, stopping him in his tracks. Despite the fact that neither of them was as strong as Baz now, it was still enough for them to hold him down so he could not escape. Wilbur and the lady were barely a dozen meters apart, and Wilbur scanned the rest of the battle with a smile. "I think you've lost." "Not yet," said the lady coldly. Wilbur chuckled. "That's some confidence you have. What else have you got?" Just then, Gertrude appeared within everyone's line of sight, holding a dagger to Faye's neck.